Guten Tag, es tut mir leid, aber ich habe nicht auf Wiedersehen Schmuck gesagt. Yeah, that was almost a complete thought in German. Yeah, I almost didn't end the last video by saying auf Wiedersehen Schmuck. That would have been a tragedy. But, I'm the Mysterious JG, and this is, yeah, the Mountain Dew, man. I'm getting hyper. This is, Let's Play, or Wir Spielen, or whatever you want to call it. Wolfenstein The New Order. Achtung, Achtung, hier ist Alex Wright. Wenn hier high-flying wrestling action wollen, sollen ihr Alex Wright, saying something. Yeah, it's, sorry. I'm flashing back to a handful of German phrases used by Alex Wright in like a PS1 era WCW game. And I don't remember them enough to quote them directly, and my German isn't good enough to fill in the gaps from what I don't remember in a grammatically correct way. But what's even more important than that, as important as that is murdering Nazis. See, I don't know what Westgrenze means, but whatever that is, it might mean homeland or something, homefront. But the Frontlinien is frontline. So it's the something or other is safe, the front line is under watch, and of course there's a picture of the giant, terrifying fucking death robots that the Germans are using in this game. I say that as though I disapprove of the Nazis' use of death robots. I think there's other things the Nazis are up to that I should probably disapprove of more than the death robot usage. Schnell, mach schnell. Hey, buddy. Hey, no fair. I said, hey, buddy, we should be friends. Now, my off-screening, I've gotten up to 100 armor, because I've just done a better job of not constantly getting shot. I mean, I don't hang out at 100 armor for long periods of time, but I have yet to actually reach that here. Pop your head up, buddy. Come on now. Oh, you moved over there. I'll wait for you to come back over here. Your AI isn't that great. It might be better on higher difficulty levels. Pardon me. I have patience. My viewers may not. You know what? I need grenade kills for a perk. But I hit the button that I thought was going to throw grenades. And it didn't. Only when I don't want to can I throw grenades.
Okay, Blasco. We made it past the stomper.
Damn it. I'm able to... There was a way for me to destroy the stomper. I thought. Off screen I did it. Did I fuck it up? Or am I thinking if something happens later? 33. Okay, so some of these counted.
Cliff wall directly below Death's Head's compound. Gonna take a lot of fucking rope to climb up there.
I may have missed the chance to look super cool and kill a stomper. Or that might be still to come. I definitely killed a stomper, which are the giant robots that protect the home front or whatever, in my off-screening. But I did it by getting at like one of their anti-aircraft, and I haven't noticed us passing by one that I wasn't using. Don't know what the hell happened to the grenades. I was trying to throw grenades. Okay, we have another Hauptstadtmädel. We got some bread and cigarettes, which will give you minor health boost, apparently. I'm looking for armor. I'm not really interested in health boosts right now. I like to keep those around in case I run into issues with backtracking and eating health. But in fact, I think you're supposed to be charging through the game at a much faster pace than I am. I'm trying to be realistic in my approach to fighting, like, Nazis with super weapons and giant robot walkers. Somebody was marking off every time they jacked off to the Hauptmädel poster. Sorry. Looking for secrets. Anybody got like secret stuff on your bunk bed? See, why would you have the same Hauptmädel there? There's Zeppelin pictures. Oh, somebody has their kids' drawings. Nazis have kids too. Where else would the next generation of Nazis come from? Edelweiss, Edelweiss. I suppose that's not a Nazi song, is it? Tomorrow belongs to me. That's what I should do before the LP's over. I think I did that in Panzer General to great effect, as I actually sang that Tomorrow Belongs to Me song from, I don't even remember the name of it, the movie. Terrifying sequence of this Nazi singing at a picnic and getting a crowd of people to join in. Oh yeah, no, this is where you fight the Stomper. Maybe I just took too long getting here? I don't think, unless I hadn't been detected for a very long time leading up to this point, I believe I have no capacity to, to avoid detection there. I was throwing bombs. I think I'm running into an issue between the difference between pressing and holding and releasing, or what the buttons do. Am I getting any kills with these bombs? I got a few. I think I only had like 6. I'm sorry, I only have 6 now. I think I only had like 3, honestly. Okay, well you guys kind of blew up my cover a little bit. And you can get a fun thing, and I managed to get it to happen once in my off-screening, is to shoot someone who is about to throw a grenade at you after they pulled the pin. I don't think that could have counted as a cover kill. Easy breezy, beautiful cover kill. So it would be nice to have an additional knife to throw. But this is where I actually killed one of these. And I managed to kill this thing before it could shoot me before, but I think it's probably possible to get killed here. Nice. Oh yeah. I think that's it for what I can do that's useful from here. So it's time to get back to the mission. Until I get a second knife, there's not a whole lot of use I can do with knives. Other than silent killing guys. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I don't see myself getting up to 100 armor anytime soon with the way I'm playing. Hello? We are jolly German Nazis. Guten Tag, wir wollen ein Auto mieten. Remember this room, there's a little puzzle here of sorts. You pull these three, they are not labeled, but if you pull them, pull it down, it starts to go back up, and you can't get all three down at the same time. But there is a thing over here, 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. So having an extremely basic knowledge of German and some puzzle solving ability helps you recognize that you're supposed to pull the first one, then the third one, then the second one, counting from left to right, which is the way the Germans do it as well. And that opens a secret door. And I think there was a code piece in here or something. There's a Hauptstadtmädel. Achtung! Death robots. Hier gibt es Death robots. Achtung, Achtung. Don't be a dead Nazi. Avoid this guy who's coming to kill us all. Okay, so you can't dual wield silenced pistols, which is too bad. Again, I lost track. I didn't pay attention to what time it was when I started the video. I'm sure I'm not out of time yet, but I think I really messed up by getting spotted when I was spotted, because I have a feeling I'm going to be automatically already detected when I enter this area too. Be nice if I get another chance to go into stealth mode. Nope. It was not meant to be. Ow. That took me down below 80, so, or below 80, yeah, so I actually have a new point I'm going to regen up to until I find food. Oh man, I thought I was going to get another one of those. Shit. I thought I was going to get another one of those, caught a guy while he was trying to throw grenade kills there. Alright, well, this is why I left health behind at all those places, so I could backtrack. There is a price to be paid for this. It will be, inconvenient for a while to progress, because I won't know how far the Nazis who are in pursuit have filtered after me. But, we knew that there's food over here and some... There were health packs, weren't there? Yeah. Achtung! Mechanischen Kampfhunden. Attention, mechanized war dogs. Thank you, Germany, for being the most evil country ever. Sorry, Japan. You're gonna have to try harder. Alright, so I managed to offend two countries full of history and culture. Yeah, I would say that for all but a small number of incredibly fucked up Germans, the Nazi part of the history probably not something they're all that excited about. I don't, as a general rule, get all smiles and happiness on my face when people bring up, like, you know, spreading diseased blankets amongst Native Americans. We all got our things we're not happy about. Except maybe the Canadians. Freaking Canadians. You're responsible for Ed the Sock and Rush, so you can't talk either. Freaking Peter Jennings. He's the most horrible criminal of them all. Alright, so Nazis could start popping up any old time now. So I can't just assume that there's not Nazis hanging out. I suppose you're never supposed to make assumptions, but that is an assumption that I make on a day-to-day basis as I go through life, go to work every day. I generally assume that I won't be encountering actual, like, Wehrmacht soldiers, Nazis. Yeah, that was just really unfortunate for you, buddy, because I was not particularly well prepared for that. And yet, I still came out of it okay. I can't take his helmet. That doesn't count as an armor drop. You shouldn't have stopped to say, Da, ja, ich hab dich. Which means, yes, I have you. Right in the nutsack. Thanks for letting me know you're still up there. Otherwise, I might have come charging. See, I'm too far away to accurately shoot that guy. But, that would be my chance to get the kill them while they are tossing grenades at you bonus. Maybe if I can get a bit closer. Or did I get him? Suppose I can check. I might have even gotten credit on the perk. Yeah, I think I did actually, because I only had one before that. Okay, I gotta remember that it's only the brown wooden boxes that are openable. It's one of those weird things when you get like a new next-gen console powered up graphics version of a really old school game with old school power-up drops and stuff like that. You realize that the simplistic graphics style of the old game has really worked well with those game mechanics. I'm not sure exactly what I'm getting at with that. There's a specific game now, I'm drawing a blank, where... Oh, a Strider. The Strider LP that I did for the Christmas was just... It was very old school platform mechanics, but because of the fancy graphics, you got a lot of scenarios where you couldn't tell what you were supposed to be able to jump on, what was supposed to be hurting you. Which, in the old school games, that problem occasionally existed, but when it did, generally, that would be considered bad game design. Whereas now it's like, oh man, look at all the cool layering effects we can do. Oh, by the way, that means you can't tell what the hell's going on, ever. And I enjoyed the Strider game overall. That was a gripe I had with a game that I overall enjoyed quite a bit. Just putting that out there. As I sneak slowly through this base, I guess, I don't know, did people used to play Wolfenstein, like the earlier Wolfenstein games this way? I think the very first Wolfenstein game wasn't actually an FPS at all, but the one that kind of made the series famous, Castle Wolfenstein, was. Did people just run through run and gun, or did the people who actually were good and got all the way to the end play a little bit more like this? I don't know. I never played that game. I think I played it for all of like 3 minutes when it was on display in a computer store. Like I talked about how I didn't play this game very much when I first unboxed it, other than to make sure that I had the most current version of the software installed. But I still played it longer at that point than I'd ever played any Wolfenstein game before. Maiden, whatever. See, you look like you should be an armor pickup. I'm not going to bother to try to make anything out of this overhealth boost, I actually didn't mean to pick up the health power-up. I just kind of like, oh, I can press square now. Oh, never mind. But there's a question mark. How did I miss that? Oscar's letter. To Heinrich Schwartz. Totenkopf Staffel Nummer... what... Jesus. 10... it's be like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, 13's 30. 13. Dar es Salaam... Tanganyika? Dear Heinrich, I hope this letter finds you well. We are having a good war. I'm sitting outside on the porch of the hospital, where I'm recovering from my wounds. A good-looking nurse rolled me out here so I could write to you. A volunteer from München, she tells me. Here in Dar es Salaam, afternoon is drawing near. A chilled breeze comes in from the sea, and with the breeze comes a smell of fish and rotting seaweed, and the almost unbearable stench from the burning bodies by the shoreline. Oh, now it actually did get evil at the end. I was trying to make fun of the fact that, oh, everything in a German accent sounds evil, haha. But no, by the end of the sentence, I didn't know it was coming. He is talking about burning bodies by the shoreline. The view of the land from this location is absolutely gorgeous. I have found Africa to be, in many ways, a wondrous place. It has an air of freedom, a sense of adventure, if you will. I wish you could experience it with me, Heinrich. I have also seen things I wish I could unsee. Remember how I told you once that I would never regret my decision to get my education and join the army? To be honest, in the grimmest of moments I have cursed my decision. I still ponder this. But if I hadn't left the university, would I not still have felt as lost and aimless as I did? I have wanderlust, a certain sense of the zeitgeist of them. It's kind of a Schadenfreude. No, none of those are actually the correct term. There is a specifically German form of ennui that I can't remember what the word is. Speaking of which, how is Elsa? Have you spoken to her at all? Have you seen her on campus, perhaps, on the street, or by the river where we used to fish? It's like this. He might be a character from Wing Kids. Check it out. There's actually a German language. I could be reading it in German. I mean, I'd have to peer in a lot closer to the screen. Say, die Gewalttätigkeiten sind manchmal schwer zu ertragen. Manche Männer halten es nicht mehr aus und sagen, it's not so much that I don't know how to pronounce the words, but they're really hard for me to read from what I'm saying, so fuck that. The violence... Oh, no, I went too far. Maybe I should not ask this, but I do think of her when darkness falls over the desert. It's comforting. The violence can be tough to handle. Some of the men are losing it. They say we shouldn't even be here, and I understand why they say this. Especially the less experienced ones. They're afraid, you see. Afraid of the guerrilla soldiers, the primitives. Oh god, well, I mean, they aren't Nazis. A month ago, we were out in the desert. I was piloting my Wolf tank. We were 4 men in the tank. Me, Hauswolf, Gunther, and Kellerman. Have you seen these tanks? They come straight out of General Strauss's workshop. They're fueled by nuclear reactors and armed with state-of-the-art weaponry. A troop of Wolf tanks can decimate an entire village in the blink of an eye. That village has, all sorts of treasures if you befriend the villagers first and get them to help you search. However, the one thing these machines of war can't handle is abundant in the desert. Sand. Well, you should... I mean, Rommel already ran into that, and he didn't even have frickin' Wolf tanks. He had, real tanks. We didn't see it coming. Somewhere close to the Tanzanian border, a dust storm blew up out of nowhere. Within minutes, everything was covered in sand. It got into the engines through the cracks in the hull and caused the tanks to malfunction. Suddenly, we found ourselves stranded. We had no choice but to set up camp. There were 20 of us in our squad. We took turns guarding the perimeter. Then I decided that we would build a glider to escape from the desert, and the Americans were angry because I was a German and they still resented me, and they also found out that I built model planes and not real planes, but I might be thinking of Flight of the Navigator. No, not Flight of the Navigator. Whatever the hell that movie was called. Never mind. Back to my letter, Heinrich. I was all Prowoken by a blood-curdling scream in the middle of the night, I ran outside. The camp was in a state of absolute chaos. My men were running like headless chickens, while dark men, primitives, dressed in strips of leather, faces painted red, the whites of their eyes glowing in the darkness, leapt across the camp and gutted and slashed our men. I saw Gunther eviscerated where he stood. He tried to hold his guts in, but they slipped through his fingers. Out, one of the primitives came at me from nowhere and stabbed me in the stomach. I managed to grab my gun and shoot him dead. Shot him dead, rather. I pulled out the knife and crawled away from the scene and ran across the desert, the terrible screams haunting me through the night. Did I mention that I'm wondering how Ilse is? I was told they kept some of them alive to torture while the dead were hung upside down, disemboweled, and their sexual organs cut off and shoved down their throats. Monstrous, monstrous! You should round them up in camps and gas them en masse. So you understand that a lot of the men here, they are beginning to lose their morale, and to a degree that is understandable. I, however, will not surrender to these feelings of weakness, no matter how tempting they may be. I will stand by my belief in the ideals of our leader. We are the stronger race, and there can be no room for anyone but us. I hope you still feel the same way I do. Your friend, Oscar Weismuller, 72nd Wolf Tank Division. Why aren't they saying Wolf Panzer? I mean, Panzer is one of those words people love to throw around the German version rather than translating it just because it sounds more Germany. Sounds more Germany. Germany being an adjective that means German. I'm an idiot. At the end of that epic collection of ridiculousness, is it time to end the video? No, I got just a little bit more time. Although, actually, okay. There's an armor upgrade here. Huh. Interesting. I did not know there was an armor. I don't know how that even works. But anyway, Oscar's letter. That's good. So I didn't find that off camera. Which means that you got to experience the excitement of me finding that for the first time. I don't know how you guys can handle the excitement of watching my videos, frankly. Lord knows I can't. That's why I never watch them. Okay, so you found me. Good for you. I'm trying to find what the best spot is to attack them from. This is sheet metal. It really shouldn't be standing up to. In theory, grabbing that mounted gun and using it against them would be a good way to work on a perk, but I don't think there's actually enough of them for me to get what I would need. Yeah, you're flanking me. Good job, buddy. You guys are actually doing a pretty good job. You're doing a good job. Although I'm helping by not being very good at the game. I'm doing my part too. Yeah, you're like coming right at me and I'm ignoring you. That was rude. I'm sorry. Food. I'm kind of looking for food. I'm sure there'll be food ahead somewhere. You're not advancing at all. Oh wait, there you are. Are you? No. Oh, you are there. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I thought I saw you, and then you weren't moving, and I thought maybe I lost you, and you probably should have gone with that whole not moving for a minute deal. Perfect. That is exactly what I needed. Not a unit of health wasted. That was exactly how much I needed. Enemies coming from this direction. Enemies everywhere. Hold the line. Enemy may be everywhere. You know what? I'm gonna let this video go just a bit long because I think I'm really close to the next kind of plot sequence. A little break for chit-chat with Fergal and the boys, as they prepare for Fergal and the boys street challenge. What am I meant to be doing? Just stealth kills, melee or ranged. Any stealth kill whatsoever is fine. Knife kills are preferable, but I don't have the option right now for knife throws. So I will just do this.
Damn fine work, Captain.
Arr.
We're halfway up the cliff wall, nearly at the compound. Meet you at the top, Glasgow.
I'm a pirate now. Arr.
Much as I adore the view from up here, will you please, for the love of Holy Mother Jesus, climb the godforsaken rope?
Jesus. I think you actually want to get in this gun over here before you go over there and see what there is to see. There's no walker to kill, but these guys apparently notice that you are not one of their buddies and start attacking you. And it behooves you to take them out with this thing. I suppose that there's not enough of them for it to be a real threat if you actually go over there, because you will eventually be climbing the stairs that they're sort of guarding. And when I say eventually, I mean in the very, very near future. That's basically what's coming up next. I don't see any big sections of base we missed. Well, there's a little section over there that it looks like we didn't get to, but nah, fuck it. Not going all the way back. So yeah, I think if we came all the way through there, that thing we blew up would have been blocking our path. So we needed to come here, which we've done now. Get a little armor. Don't be shy. Get a little armor with air extra dry. Yeah, okay. Calling it a video. And when we come back, we'll actually be ready for the next section of level 1. Level 1's a pretty long level, folks. But I think we're over halfway through now. And chapter 2 was much shorter. And chapter 3 was what I was playing when I decided to let's play the game instead of off-cameraing my way through. So I don't really know how long each chapter is going to be, but chapter 1's still got a little bit left to go. We may be completing it in the next video. It might take 2. Either way, I hope you'll join me next time for more of Let's Play Wolfenstein The New Order. Thank you very much for watching. Auf Wiedersehen, Schmucks.